Okay.
He's here. He just needs to log in.
But yeah, definitely open the button. Botham, you too.
Oh God, yeah, you're right.
You gotta look at stuff. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, last time you guys, it was last time, but you killed a snail. Remember, you had the snail night encounter, and otherwise you encountered a spooky, swirling, large, giant crystal, which you slayed, as well as a few innocent deer. And Potham stuck his head in the crystal and saw a vision of darkness and stars in the sky in a 3D temple.
Guys, we need to go visit that place. I think that's the key to our adventure.
Afterwards, you guys rested for the night and were attacked by spiders overnight. And then you found a tower full of goblins. And upon reaching the top of the tower, I think it was Pat, heroically charged a bugbear off the cliff where he fell to his death 40 feet below. And immediately after, you guys decided to move the throne with fake gemstones in it off the cliff as well. And when we left our heroes, you had just pushed the statue right off the cliff, and it fell, and in the air it kind of pivoted as it fell and hit the ground with a loud shattering, rock noise, and bits of rock fly all over the place.
All right. Now that we accomplished our goal of pushing a chair out the building,
I am satisfied. What is the next thing I can destroy?
Everybody make a perception check.
Yay!
Yay!
Wait, did it not open? I thought it did. Where is it?
Start.
Oh, I didn't hit start. No.
I don't see shit.
Nobody sees shit.
Literally.
Perception.
Nobody saw a thing.
God, we
I
suck.
can't see shit, Captain.
Roll for Ches.
Yeah, I'm opening it.
We need one good roll.
I'm on your side. I'm opening it.
Come on, you drunk cleric bastard.
Yeah, Ches, in his drunken stupor, kind of looks up from the rest. He's still hanging out over by the staircase, actually. He's hanging out over by the rest of just kind of sipping on his drink like he's just barely aware of what's going on. But over the edge of the cliff, he looks and he points and he says, "Look, there's some people."
People where?
Yep, so now he said something. The rest of you can look and you see you passed a kind of grassy field. There was a large road that you were going down, and you found a kind of small trail off the road that led through a grassy, overgrown field to this tower. And looking back now, you're looking the same way that you approached from the south, and you can see in the distance there's a small group of people that seem to be just leaving the main road and heading your way. They don't seem hostile or anything like that. They just seem to be moving at a slow pace, like they're coming to investigate.
Let's go barricade the door. Charge a toll.
I'm just going to stand near the ledge, just wave my hand. Hello there.
Okay, so yeah, in the distance, they see you, and they approach and they wave, and you hear someone shout out, "Ho there!" And he's still too far, but he slowly kind of makes his way closer. And you can tell that this guy, he's a human, and he's obviously a paladin of some religion. He has a big shield and a short sword, and he's walking real slow with his sword, put away. And he's got short blonde hair, and he's got like a tiara thing on, like he's a cool night guy. And yeah, he says, "Ho there, travelers! What was all that ruckus?"
Just a bunch of goblins. A couple of bugbears.
I mean, I think we heard the bugbear first, and it was like a watermelon hitting rock.
What the Wow.
What about what was the big clash after that?
Yeah, the bugbear got like really angry and like took the throne with him.
Is that what this is? Yeah, and so he kind of kicks some of the rubble that's laying around all over the place now out there. And yeah, you can see now that they're closer. This guy is the head of his kind of crew, but it's him and two others. And this guy is clearly a paladin. And along with him, there's also a barbarian looking guy who's got like leather, I mean, not leather, but like furs over his bare chest and a big battle axe. And then there's also a thief. He's wearing kind of a black cloak. He's a halfling, and he has seems to have like two daggers probably on his hips.
Oh, great. I already see where this is going. Can I try to sense their intent somehow or like anything? I don't know.
There's a sense motive, right?
I mean, you can tell that right now they don't seem to be intimidating you or anything like that. They're just kind of interested in what all the noise was.
I
The
see.
barbarian chimed up and he says, "We just passed by. Heard noise. Check." And yeah, the paladin says, "Excuse my friend here. He's not so eloquent, but yes, we were just inquiring as to what was going on. And I mean, if you guys are all right, we don't want any trouble here."
Okay. No, that's fine.
Big J, actually, you noticed this thief particularly. Like, the second he walked up, you haven't been able to take your eyes off of him. He reminds you of someone.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Was that? Do you say that like in your world under your breath?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so yeah, when you say that, the guy on the ground, he's a halfling. He's already pretty small. He's having a hard time looking, but he definitely kind of heard somebody mumble that from all the way down below, and he kind of perks up too, and he makes eye contact with you, and he pulls back his this kind of black cloak he's been wearing, and he kind of smiles. And you recognize this is Goman, a rogue from your past.
Yeah,
he says, "Oh, Urugbar, I never thought I'd see you again."
Because I totally remember everything I wrote in my past.
You don't know? I mean, I can give you a refresher if you want a refresher. I guess.
Dude, it was like a month ago. I was like Googling random D&D names.
So we can roll this into like, okay, so Urugbar notices this rogue downstairs, and the rest of all you kind of look at him expectantly, and Urugbar kind of takes a step back. You all take a step back off the cliff, and he takes a short few moments to explain who this character is to everyone. And in Urugbar's past, he let me pull those notes actually. In his past, he was kind of an orphan, and he was taken up by a guy named Gallus. And Gallus had a whole bunch of misfits and kind of travelers that he was taking in, orphans all over the place, and training them to be fighters. And they were just moving around doing kind of not terrible things. They weren't doing crime. They were doing good jobs. And Goman was another one of the people in the group of misfits. Goman and Toman were two twin rogues, that they were both halflings. And he explains to you further that later in his life, those two rogues turned on him and the leader of the band of misfits. And it was pretty much one of the reasons why he left the band of misfits he was in the first place. So Urugbar's impression of this guy is that the last time he used to be a good friend, but the last time he saw him, he betrayed him. But it's been a really long time. It's been years. And you thought you'd never see him again.
To basically hold me back.
Is that how Urugbar reacts to this?
Hell yeah, he killed my friend.
These are your decisions, right?
Shit, why you gotta put me on the spot? Hell yeah.
Don't worry.
So Goman, immediately sees you react with just straight shock, and he kind of looks down too because he realizes that's for sure the last interaction you've had with him. And he says, "Zarukbar, I'm so sorry. I know what I did back then wasn't right, but Gallus was a fool. And he was a bad leader, and I had to help overthrow him."
The only fool you have is that new half-orc you're following. I think he was a half-orc.
I'm not following him anymore. I left him a long time ago.
Well, what the hell happened? Where's Toman? Or Goman? Toman.
Yeah, so this guy's Goman. Toman is his brother. And the guy that he followed, that he betrayed you with, was Zarator. And he says, yeah, Zarator was also a fool. And I see now that his heart was black. He was a bad leader.
So where'd everybody go? What's going on?
Just like you could have expected, we betrayed you and Gallus a long time ago with Zarator. But it didn't take long between Zarator was doing the same thing against us. So he turned on me and Toman. And I'm sorry what happened back then. But I'm changed now. And I've been traveling around, adventuring the countryside, doing good deeds for years. And I've been trying to forget my past. And I betrayed you in that past. I know you can't ever forgive me, but at least know that I've changed. And that Zarator's out there somewhere. And I think he has to die too.
Can I
Kill.
sense motive, see if he's telling the truth or lying or something?
Sure, make is there a sense motive? Yeah, sense motive. I think Uruk-bar should make the sense motive, really.
Ah, shit.
But SP, yeah, you can't really tell. I mean, he seems like he's a pretty honest guy. Big J, also, yeah, I mean, you knew this guy. He was one of your close friends that you lived and you trained and you grew up with for years of your life. And so you kind of, know how he was and how he is. And he was always a bit shady, but in this case, you can tell that he seems like he's honest. He doesn't look like he's up to any trouble lately.
Do I sense anything?
No.
Oh.
All right, there, Goman.
Yeah, you kind of need to announce that.
I believe you for now, but I'm gonna keep a close eye on you. Because Zarator needs to die.
And if you ever see him, let me know where he is, and I'll come to your aid and help kill him however I can.
We'll see what happens.
Can we investigate what happened to his brother?
Yeah. So yeah, you ask Goman about his brother, and he seems to clam up. He doesn't really seem like he wants to talk about it, but he kind of turns back and he says, "Let's just leave it at Zarator needs to die."
All right, so he's dead too.
That's a way to put it.
Feels bad.
All right, there, halfling. I'll buy your story for now, but I'm still keeping a close eye on you.
Look, and I mean, I hope our paths cross again someday. I'm sorry our paths tend to be that way. Look, we'll leave you a little care package down here, and we'll just go on our way. Okay? It was good to see you again.
Wish we could have met on better terms, brother.
Maybe next time. And yeah, him and his crew of dudes and the barbarian and the paladin all just kind of start walking back up the way. The thief kind kind of kicks a rock, but looks at the rock and picks it up and walks off with it. One of the rocks from the throne.
No.
And yeah, you guys are at the top of the tower. From the tower, you can kind of see the river rushing by behind you, and to the south is the grassy field with the path. The three guys are kind of off in the distance now, back on the road and kind of going out of sight.
How far are we from the ground?
You are
Hello.
Hey,
35 feet from the ground. What's up, Chaz?
Oh my god, it's Chaz.
All right. Do you still have? Okay. All right. I do still have some level spells, so I'm gonna cast Detect Magic again and see if I get anything from the chair. Further out of
What the
sight.
hell?
Hey, Chaz, you just missed the role playing. It's okay. You did something. What did Ches do? I forgot. No, Ches saw the enemies in the distance. You had the best perception roll. I'm closing your character sheet now. Okay, so yeah, you guys just finished this big tower, and when you finished this tower, you saw some adventurers on the road, and Urukbar had some story acquisition. And yeah, in the distance, like you can see this tower, even though it's all crumbling. You can see the river nearby, probably 100 feet from the tower, that kind of swirls upwards to the north. And to the south, you can see the little path back to the main trail.
As I was
Espy,
saying,
you wanted to cast Detect Magic. I guess you guys are like on the ground now?
I don't know if we are, but if we're still up top, I'm still casting because it's got a 60-foot range.
Oh, okay. One moment, loading.
Because I want to know if he took whatever was in that shit.
I mean, he's a rogue. Answer's probably yes.
Yeah, but if he's not that far away, chasing that motherfucker.
So no, in the remains of the throne, you can't detect anything magical.
All right, I
There
jump
don't
off
seem
the
to be
ledge.
even any like auras or anything that seem to have anything magic around here.
I jump off the ledge to go to the ground.
What?
Yeah, I mean nothing changes. Do
No,
you
I mean, like,
dig
I'm gonna
around
jump
the-
off. I'm gonna chase after those motherfuckers.
Oh, you're jumping off. Okay. If you fall any distance, DC 15 acrobatics check allows you to ignore the first 10 feet fallen. You take 1d6 damage per 10 feet fallen, and I think we said it was 35 feet.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take 3d6, maybe 2d6, or you could walk down.
I mean, yeah, there are like stairs and stuff.
If that's gonna take time.
just saying, the
That's
stairs are
taking
pretty
time.
appealing.
That's taking time. Those motherfuckers are walking away.
I mean, really, is it like what? How much could they really have walked away with? A 500,000 gold? Like,
We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know, and we worked for it.
I mean,
Yeah, in the
if we can
distance
jump
you
off,
can
do
see
it.
the small figures of the people in the distance, if that's what you want to do.
I'm gonna jump down and take chase.
Okay, make the DC 15 acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Ouch.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, so you do not negate any of the damage. You take 3d6. Okay, so you take 6 damage. And yeah, you can run and try to catch up with them. What does everybody else react to SB jumping off the cliff?
I casually.
As we
walk
know,
down.
you have so much to live for.
I guess I'll just see him down there. I don't.
You don't have to die.
You know what?
Like
Fuck
they
it.
took our fucking reward. Nah, I'm taking Chase.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Fuck it.
Okay, that jumps off too.
Jumps off. Let's see.
I'm gonna use the
Man,
stairs.
if it makes this better, I think you do. Okay, so yeah, Pat makes the thing, and you negate the first d6. You still take 2d6.
Fine.
Unless you have a monk thing. I don't know. There might be a monk thing for this. That's
I
like
don't
a
have
need
free
to
fall.
research.
Yeah, I don't have free fall yet.
You took 8 damage. You took more than SP.
Also have more hit points than her.
Okay, so yeah, you both jump right off and do like a cool combat roll when you land.
And start running because I have no idea why I'm chasing
okay,
him.
so you start running after the 3 people in the distance.
I guess I'm gonna jump too.
Okay, Chance also jumps.
I'm in armor,
The
so
only
this
one
one.
who didn't jump.
DJ also didn't jump.
So, and then this is acrobatics.
Yes.
Acrobatics. Yeah, I think you get armor penalty too. Yeah. You can't critically fail skill
-6.
check. So
That is hilarious.
Yeah, you take the full 3d6.
Just right on your ass.
15.
So Chaz just kind of like belly flops.
The dwarf just lands flat on his fucking face, and you just hear, oh.
I look back and like, why the fuck did you do that?
I took 15.
Dude, he didn't jump down. He belly flopped.
Yeah, he did.
Like Zozo's like, why the fuck did you do that? And Sigbert's like, you ever heard that thing about if your friends all jump off of a bridge, would you jump too? The answer is yes, apparently.
Yeah, you're just bad at it.
Okay, so yeah, you 3 jump off the edge of the tower and you land on the rubble and you all kind of eat it. But Pat kind of, bounces on a rock much more like Naruto, but still takes some damage. And yeah, you run down the road. Are you going to like shout at them or are you just going to try to run up as close as you can?
I mean, I'm gonna get their attention, but I'm just gonna be yelling like, "Whoa! Like, hold there! Like, hold up a second."
Okay. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you run up to all 3 of them and they say, whoa, what's the problem?
Well, apparently your little friend there took our prize. Whether on purpose or accident, we don't know. We're just simply asking for it.
What are you talking about? I mean, Goldman himself kind of says, hold on. What do you mean? We were just checking on you guys. We didn't take anything.
Well, apparently there was something magical in the throne that was pushed off, and you picked it up apparently by either accident or purpose. We're just simply asking for it back.
Oh, this thing? And he kind of, pulls his hand out of his back pouch, and he has what appears to be kind of a gem. It's not very big. It's like the size of a.
That's an ion stone, isn't it? Ion stone, isn't it? Anyway, I'm not next to the group. I'm still casually walking. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Would I happen to have seen the stone that he picked up?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell this is just like, it just seems to be a regular gem. Oh, it's kind of green colored. But yeah, he says, I just saw this laying on the ground. I don't know where it came from, but I just picked it up. I mean, if you want it, you can have it.
Let me see it first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And
he
I'll
kind of takes a couple steps forward and he hurls a kind of small gem at you.
Let's trade him the purple headband one.
Fuck no.
I'm gonna.
Do you still have that thing?
It's in my pocket. Don't worry about it.
Because I never cast 0 level spells, so I know I still have more. I'm gonna decast Detect Magic again to see if that's what was the source of the magic from the throne.
The gem does not seem to have anything magical about it. It's just a gem. It plunks on the ground in front of you. He kind of backs off and he says, "Whatever. I mean, if you guys want, you can have it." We're not looking for any trouble.
I mean, we're not either, but this isn't the stone, apparently.
Yeah, he starts kind of pulling his pockets out of his pants and stuff, and he doesn't. He says, "That's all I got, man. I got some rations and stuff, but we don't want any trouble."
Mm,
Filthy habits is they
And
stole
yeah, the
it.
barbarian looks over at his paladin friend, and the barbarian looks pissed. It looks like he's like asking.
the
Barbarians are
problem
the
is that I have the ability to detect magic, and there was some magical aura coming from the throne. You picked something up, and there was no more magical source at the rubble. And this stone is not producing any magic essence in the slightest.
He says, "What'd you guys push it off the cliff? I mean, you might have broke whatever was in there that was magic. I don't
It-
know."
I highly doubt that. Usually, magical items are way more durable than that.
He says, "I don't know, man. I didn't see any magic items." Yeah, at this point, in the distance, Big J and was it Apotham kind of come huffing and puffing out of the forest.
And Sigbert looks back. Sigbert looks back at them with this look on his face, like, "Oh, all right. So I can jump, but you can't. That's fine."
I don't feel like breaking my legs, asshole.
Are my legs broken? The rest of me might be, but are my legs broken?
I think it's more your face, but I think it's like that all the time.
Yeah, it's just how I look. I don't know why you had to point that out. I feel very bad about it. So thanks.
I need to.
At first, I thought it was you jumping off the cliff, but now I realize.
No, it's just my face, and you didn't have to be a dick about it, but you chose to.
Give me 1 second. I need to look up because I want to know how long detect magic lasts.
I don't know.
Magic.
Yeah, the paladin kind of speaks up too and says, "Look, man, I don't think any of us even have any magic items. We're just low level adventurers."
I'm going. It lasts up to a minute per level. Can I detect any magic items? Yeah. Well, I'm still in the effect because it's like a minute plus.
I don't know.
No, it's just a radius. Do I detect any magical essence from any of them?
I guess it takes first round presence or absence of magical auras. From the paladin, you can sense that a magic aura.
What about the rope?
Nope, none of the other two don't seem to have anything magical about them.
Hmm.
But yeah, the paladin kind of sees you guys, all eyes smash onto him, and he says, whoa, look, you can detect magicus if you want. The only thing we have that's magical is my shield. And I've had it for a long time. It has my family crest on it. Like, I mean, we didn't steal this from you, it's ours."
Guys, don't you think you're just being paranoid?
There's a chance, but
Which is being paranoid.
whatever magical essence was coming from that throne is no longer there.
Yeah, because we broke it. It could have been that the throne was enchanted.
I tell you what, and I'm looking at the paladin. Tell you what, if you could just put the shield down to the side and just
What the hell?
5 feet away, then I'll. If I detect nothing on you, I trust you. My fault, and then we'll be on our merry way.
Make a persuasion check. I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
Persuasion? Yeah.
Yeah, or diplomacy.
Or wait, no, that was deception. Sorry. That's or diplomacy. Yeah, right. $15.
15. Let me see. So yeah, the paladin, he's kind of he's understanding that you think that there was some wrong here, and he understands that like justice must be served and stuff. So yeah, he plunks his shield down. He kind of takes it off and he puts it next to him on the grass and kind of stands back over with his crew of friends.
Do I still detect anything from him?
Nope. It seems like the shield is the source of the magic for sure.
All right. All right. Seems like you were telling the truth. My apologies. And I throw him back the gem. Say, for your troubles.
So yeah, Goldman real deftly like snatches the gem out of the air, and Paladin walks back up and picks up his shield. The barbarian takes 2 steps forward and gives you a really nasty look, and then the rest of them all turn around and start walking down the road.
Fuck
I
you
give
looking at, little
I give the
bitch.
barbarian a really nasty look back, and I go, "Don't pay attention to me. This is just my face. Apparently."
I just look back at them. I don't trust them. I think they were somehow hiding whatever they took.
I mean, the guy is a paladin, so I mean, he seems pretty honest.
A paladin, yes, I can trust. A thief, I cannot.
Well, I mean, no, you can't trust the thief. It's in the name. Plebes in the name.
He's actually a rogue.
All right,
I give a pointed look at our rogue and say same thing. To God, apparently.
I mean, look at Stabby. I mean, he tends to get a little twitchy when there's valuables around.
His name's not even Stabby. We haven't addressed this yet.
We know what his name is. I just like calling him Stabby.
What
Hey,
is
man.
his name?
It's
My
a puppet.
name. No, you're wrong. It's Stabby McStabberson.
Now you failed the bluff check a long time ago.
Yeah, we all know your name.
Damn
It was when you touched the rock. Remember, you touched the rock, and then it like made your true name show, like it did the other people who touched it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't like you because you're a liar.
Stone. Okay, so yeah, the 3 adventurers pass off into the distance, and the road they're going south, back the way you came, and the road north is to the left, beckons onwards. It's about midday, late in the afternoon. It's like 2 o'clock, 2:15.
I say screw him. Let's just keep going north.
Yeah, let's continue on.
Okay. You guys get a new travel screen, I think.
Still don't trust. There's a reason why we can find magical
Pay
items.
attention
No
to
problem.
the watermark. Fuck, there's a watermark in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, so wait, here we go.
Cut that out.
Well, while we're traveling, I'm like,
Perfect.
I'm just going up to Root Bar. I'm like, so you know him, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really trust him either. I don't trust any small people. And he did
Wait,
it.
you don't trust any what?
Small people. You're not small.
Excuse me, sir.
You're not small. You're stout. There's a difference.
I mean, he's pretty small. He's just fat.
Hey,
That's what I said. Stout, but nicer.
I prefer the term generous.
I mean, you're pretty generous when you fell.
You know, you don't have to say these things to me. You can be nice. I heal you. I keep you alive.
Not for the last 2 sessions. I mean, I think we did pretty good. You kind of just
It did
like
keep you alive.
you kind of just like stood in the corner like some Blair Witch shit and just did nothing.
I was communing with my god.
While we were all getting stabbed to death, dying.
It was a very important communion.
Is that what you call drinking and zoning out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, quote
It is what I
unquote
call
zoning
yes,
out.
God.
Yeah, apparently the god just started questioning you there.
So you all travel down the road. It's kind of thick, woody, kind of rocky road, and it's a little wider than this, but it's a nice traps through the forest. And yeah, the fields you were in kind of stop for a bit, but you can still hear the running water of the big river nearby. And I guess we can cut to the world map. And yeah, you travel further along the road to the north. You are Red Square. And yeah, you come across, there's a sign on the road, and there's a river in the distance, and there's like a bridge that crosses the river, and you can see from here a beautiful vista of rivers, 3 rivers coming out of the mountains. There's a sign here that says Rosslyn Channel. And yeah, over the there's a bridge that's crossing over the river here. On both sides of the bridge, like this looks like a pretty big bridge, but it's in pretty disrepair. It's made out of stone. There's definitely like a trail going down to the side of the bridge. And you can see that on both your side of the bridge and the other side of the bridge appear to be like buckets, like crude wooden tubs. And yeah, there's a bridge and there's a wooden tub. And what would you guys like to do?
I attempt to cross the bridge to get to the wooden tub.
So there's one on your side of the bridge.
I approach the wooden tub because that might be a still, and then there might be alcohol in it.
Okay, so there is a crude wooden tub here. It's kind of like a crate more that you like. Now that you get closer, you can see it's kind of was a crate, but it's all falling apart. And inside of the crate is all kinds of metal things. Like there's a bunch of gold coins. There's a bunch of looks like old rusty helmets or just like nails. There's miscellaneous metal things in this bucket.
I don't like it.
This is the scenario. Oh yeah, you come across the bridge and there's these 2 little statues on the side of the bridge in a river and this box full of stuff.
I'm gonna throw a coin, just a single gold coin in.
Okay, yeah, remove 1 gold from your monies. And yeah, in the distance, you see kind of a big, huge thud noise. And from underneath the bridge comes out a big, huge, stomping, ginormous. You know from your days adventuring that this is a troll. He's green and he's large. He's probably 15 feet tall. With him, he has a big, huge wooden club. And he says,
"Oh yeah, I think we're on the internet because that's the troll."
He says, "Weak
What's
ones.
the internet?
One cross."
What is this internet of which you speak? Is it something that wizards use?
Yes. Also clerics. We get on God book. Anyway.
Anyways, yes, we want to
getting
cross.
progressively drunker here.
Weak ones, put metal. Did you want metal? Monies, metal.
Well, you already put
each one. And yeah, he
how
comes
much
up
metal?
And he says, "You first." And he points at Ches.
How much metal?
You put metal in box.
The dwarf gives him this sort of even stare for a second, and then says, "How much metal?"
He looks in the box and he grabs a piece, just kind of at random, and he puts it in the box. And then he looks at you and he kind of points at you two. Like he's convinced that you don't understand what he's trying to convey. So he's like trying to show you.
Oh god! Sigbert gets out a gold piece and places it in the box. Will that do?
He says, "Small metal." Or
he gets out 5 gold pieces and places them in the box.
Small one can pass. Next.
I think the rogue should go next.
You. Dark one. Put metal.
But I don't have any metal.
No metal. No cross.
No
What?
metal, no cross. So is he really asking for money?
He's a troll.
But Apotham, if you pay so you can cross, you'll be on one side and we'll be on the other side of him. Wink, wink.
Jez just paid money and it worked.
I give him 8 copper pieces.
The troll says, good metal. Yeah, small one, go. 2. I don't know. You're not small, are you? I guess you're, what are you?
Well, we're all small.
We are all kind of all small.
You cross dark one.
Thanks. I walk over.
You next. He points at Pat.
Just walk over to him. And be like, you're not stealing money from me?
He says, weak one. You put metal in box like the others.
How about an arm wrestle?
It says arm wrestle.
Ye.
Small one, no arm wrestle.
Why you know arm wrestle?
No, he was he expressed surprise that you knew what arm wrestle was.
I'm a fucking monk. What do you mean?
And so he scoots back over to his big box and he like slams the wooden lid down on the box and he takes his fist, and he like puts it on there.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do the same thing.
So yeah, make a strength check to arm wrestle the troll. Yeah, there you go. He flunks the lid down, closes the box. He punks his fist onto the wood, and he says, come, little one. So do just a d20 plus your strength bonus.
D20 plus 3.
Just probably 3.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah, you clench fists with the troll, and he's kind of like, he's for sure way too big for this, but he's reaching down to your puny little hand. And yeah, he slams your hand so hard against the table
Jesus.
that the lid of the box smashes, and the splinters go into your hand. You take 1 damage.
That's fine.
I typed it for you. And and he says, weak one, weak. Told you. Put metal.
Alright, I'll give him 6 coins.
6 what coins?
Copper.
Okay. Says, weak one. Nice try. You okay? Next.
I just go up to the box and then just toss in another 4 coins, 4 gold coins.
Okay. Good one. Tiefling. Ha! Bye-bye.
There you go.
That troll is running a legitimate business, and I respect him.
The yell at Arukabar says, if you don't arm wrestle him, you're a bitch.
Yeah, arm wrestle.
him.
You weak man, arm wrestle.
You weak man like other weak man.
Bitch, I'm 7 foot tall.
I'm 15 foot tall.
You ain't so tough.
Yeah, suck on that.
So yeah, you lock palms with the troll too, and both of you kind of struggle against each other and strain, and you can see the troll sweating. But you give him a good show. He does slam your hand into the splintered lid of the box, but he says, "Okay, little one, not so little. You go free. Nice try."
Gucci.
I like this troll.
We'll wait until we get across, see what happens.
So yeah, the troll kind of seems like he's cool. He goes over to the box and he takes the lid back off and he starts digging through his different little bits of things. And seems like he's counting them, but like he's really bad at counting and he just kind of like keeps restarting. Like what?
All right, I'm gonna cross the bridge.
One, two,
again.
many, lots.
Metal.
Think
Lots
we-
metal.
I think we could have taken him. Just saying.
I can exchange metal for goods and services.
You would.
What is goods? What is services?
When
Enough alcohol.
Does
When
it
he
taste
says-
good?
when he says what is goods, what is services, Sigbert procures a vial of ale that he keeps on his person and hands it to the troll.
Have you
This
met our
is-
Lord and Savior capitalism?
Yes.
Good.
Sorry, Chaz. I cut in you on there. What was you gonna say?
He says, "This is goods. Try that on for size."
Oh, this is just like what you cast your spell on some water. And it's
No,
just like,
he keeps as an adherent of Caden Kalian, Sigbert keeps flagons and flasks of ale on his person to spread the good word. And he
Okay,
spreads
so
the good
is it
word
like
with his
a-
trolls
is
by
it
giving
like
him
a
a flask.
bag.
What?
Is it like a leather bag or is it like a what? Like what?
He keeps
you cast?
like flasks that you can uncork.
Oh, okay, like a metal thing with a cork.
Yeah, yeah. And
So
he
he
gives
takes this thing and he for sure doesn't understand. Like he holds it and he looks at it and he flips it upside down. He looks at the bottom and he's like, "What do?"
Sigbert shows him how to open it. And he's like, "You drink it."
So you're gonna like gesture with one of yours?
Yeah, I do the same kind of thing that he did when he takes a piece of metal out of the box and put it back in.
Okay, so yeah, he
Sigbert
looks
holds
at
up his
you
own.
and-
Yeah, Sigbert holds up his own flask and uncorks it and takes a swig.
Yeah, he looks at you and he kind of looks at saw what you did. He looks at the lid of his, like he's thinking real hard, and then he just bites it on the cork. He kind of pulls, and the cork comes out. He's looking in the thing, looking in the hole, and he spits out the cork and he takes a little sip of this thing. It's so small. He's holding it with like 2 fingers. He's like got his pinkies in the air,
Like a true gentle troll.
and he takes a little sip, and says, "Ooh, good flavor.
Yes.
Fire water."
Yeah. That's one way to describe it.
Thank you, weak one.
You're welcome.
Now cross the bridge.
Will do.
No loitering.
And Sigbert, having introduced the concept of capitalism to the troll, saunters across the bridge.
The troll goes back under the bridge, and like you can hear with just like he kind of takes a seat by the river. And yeah, you see on this side, there's also a box of treasure. From where he's sitting, he for sure is in a specific spot where he can see both boxes of treasure underneath the bridge. And he's looking.
I'm personally gonna keep on walking past. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah,
I mean, the fucker's got +7 to strength. I think we should just walk away.
yeah, I'm for.
And I'm all out of spells, so
Uh,
I think I got 1 0 level left, and that is it.
Okay, so are you guys leaving back on the road?
yes.
Okay, you have crossed the road. You found the bridge, and you crossed over the bridge now. On the other side here, it opens up significantly into much more of like a big, broad field. This area past the river is clearly like meadows. To the left of the trail, there's some forest. But yeah, you can see everything from here. To the north is a big intersection, and hold on one moment, loading. Fuck, the bot is hard.
Hmm? There you go.
Okay, so yeah, as you cross the bridge, the road opens up into more kind of fields, open fields. In the distance, you can see some mountains and some forest. But the big thing on display is the wide open field over to a small canal. And there's seems to be some canal adjoining a large city. From what you can tell, this is probably the city of Reminster, the city to the north that you were looking for this whole time. And yeah, in the distance, you can see there's a bunch of roads that seem to intersect. And and then there's a large city near the intersection. It's a walled city. In the skyline, you can see many different like towers. Like some seem like church towers, and some seem like guard towers that are part of the wall. And the city lies just on a complete open field. Like there's nothing around it, no cover or anything, no trees. The trees are near, but they're far off from the actual city itself. And yeah, around the city, there's yellow fields of what looks like some kind of grain, and there's lots of kind of peasants milling about.
Can I investigate the greenery for greenery?
Yeah, make a greenery check.
Greenery check. Oh, you know what? I don't even think I have knowledge in nature. This isn't gonna
You
work.
can make a survival check. What are you
Okay.
greenery in? What do you want?
I'm looking for edible herbs or smokable herbs.
Okay.
Oh man, I rolled a 20.
Fuck yeah, you find some dank herbs.
I find some dank herbs. Oh, all right.
Never mind. No, you find some dank medicinal herbs for potions.
Dank
Use only.
medicinal herbs for potions. Like what kind of potions? Like healing potions?
You don't know enough about herbalism to really tell. It just looked like you read a book once, and this was like chapter 2 of like you should pick it up if you see it. In town, you might be able to find an herbalist or something, right, that could further identify this. But you know it's some kind of common herb grows in meadows. And yeah, you guys keep trucking on the road. You can see this cool city with all kinds of walls and beautiful spires. And yeah, the road kind of forks here to the north. There's a bunch more roads that all kind of intersect. And to the east, there's the bigger trail seems to head right into the heart of the city. From here, you can see mostly it's just kind of a winding road through fields, though.
All right, time to deliver the seal of 7 scrolls.
7 sealed scroll. Close, but yeah, good one.
I know.
Did the bot just stop? I don't know.
Hmm? No, it's still playing.
God damn it, it's not easy.
Dog, you gotta stop it first.
Not easy being Yeezy.
It's not easy. Okay, so yeah, you guys walk further into the city. And yeah, the fields kind of get more and more busy and more just more and more little peasants walking around that just have hoes and things. And eventually you come to like a city gate. Can you guys see this probably? Every
Yep.
time I switch scenes, I'm always like, I don't know if it worked or not. So yeah, you come up to this big city, and it's kind of a gate. This is pretty much what the city looks like. There's some of these buildings outside of the walls, but most of the cities, and lots of fields and things. And ahead of you is gate. Next to the gate, there is a tough-looking guy. He's got a big spear and armor on, and he's a guard. And he's standing next to the city gate. He doesn't seem to really be, he doesn't seem like he's going to stop you or anything, but he's looking at you. He's using his eyes.
Wave at him, hello there, and just keep on walking.
He's looking.
I also wave and keep on walking.
I point and laugh.
He's looking.
You dick!
And yeah, he sees you point and laugh, but like, he's not really, you don't look like you're anything tough. So he's not giving up anything. He's like, whatever.
Did you draw that box around his head to emphasize the fact that he was looking?
He's looking.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Hey, what the hell are you looking at?
Looking at you. Looking at you. But yeah, no, he's just looking. He's not saying anything. He's just giving you a look, and you guys are walking by. And yeah, he doesn't seem to respond to anything you said so far.
Can I pull out the scroll and say, hey, can you look at this?
He says, well, what's this?
This
It's
is
sealed. I mean, I don't know. It's a sealed scroll. What do you want me to open it? Looks important.
I think we should do it for
sure.
church.
Yeah. From one church to another.
What are you looking for? A church?
Yeah, where's your church?
Keep following that road. This road will lead you right into the religious ward. He's looking. No goggles allowed.
Can I crop dust him as we walk by?
What the hell?
No crop dusting allowed.
The glass
Hey!
is fucking killing me.
Who's deleted my goggle?
I did, and I just brought him to the front layer and made it so you can't click any of your shit. But he's looking.
Alright, we're going to the church. Let's go.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you guys
Mosey.
keep walking down the road, right?
Freaking hell.
You walk further into the town along the road, and I guess I can give you this. Ooh.
What is this?
Okay, you got this?
Awesome.
Got it.
You ready? This is the big reveal. Whoosh. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. The grand city of Remitzer. And so yeah, this is a weird representation of you guys are like on the map. And this is the map. And you walk further into the city. And yeah, you see all these fields and all these just kind of like peasants' houses and things. And as you get further about to here in the city, you notice along the side of the roads, moving your dude for you. You guys are all this shield. This is the group. I don't know. I just picked a shield, but if you guys want a different icon, for sure, shoot me that icon. But this is the group token. And yeah, you're all in the city. What do you vote?
I was going to say, I vote a unicorn.
I vote a binacorn named Geralt.
We have a goat named Carol. You could be Carol.
We can just save it for later.
Okay, so yeah, you
church.
You come down the road now, and before you get to anything that looks like a church, you get to an intersection in the road. It seems like a pretty major intersection right along this gate. And at the corner, there is an inn. And the sign clearly says The Drunken Abbot. and there's like a little icon of a priest. It's like a cute little priest caricature that's like just tilted back with a mug, like pouring into his mouth. It's like
When Sigbert sees this, he goes, "Yeah, my man. That's my tribe right there."
I just look at him. I'm like, then I go, I wonder if they have any entertainers there.
I'm plenty entertaining enough, and I don't know what you see, what else you need.
You don't really have the parts that I need.
Well, that's just sexist.
So this is a pretty busy part of town, and you can see that there's a lot of people walking by. There's 5 people walking by all the time. You got to move to not bump into people. And here on the corner, he's got a little wooden stool. That's it's kind of like a bar stool, really. He has to climb it like a ladder to get up there. But he's a little gnome, and he's kind of walks up holding this big bar stool, and he plops it down on the corner. And he crawls up on top of it, and he plunks his butt on there, and he's got like a kind of a leather pointy cap with the feather sticking out the back. It says, hear ye, pirate monsters off the coast. Statues on sale.
Statues.
Check the Artisans Guild. But yeah, he continues shouting things like this. You've been in medieval towns before, and so you can recognize immediately this guy's like the town crier. Like, this is like the news. And like, so a bunch of people kind of hear him start shouting, and some people were even here waiting. And a bunch of people stop, and they all start listening and paying attention to what this guy's saying, because he's kind of like the news of the day. 6 o'clock.
Can we not talk about the news, please?
Don't worry. Medieval news.
Yeah, and he says, Charlotte vies for Nobles Guild Senate.
Wait, Nobles Guild?
Some people in the crowd around you are like, oh, yeah, Nobles Guild, yeah.
I'm more interested in the Artisan Guild.
Yeah, well,
Sell it.
What, have you never been here before?
No, we're new here. Could you tell?
Whole city's broke up into wards. You're in the religious ward right now.
Would you happen to know where the church is?
Yeah, you just keep following the road. This
No,
here's the inn. A lot of people from the church hang out here, but this is just the inn.
I think we should go in the inn.
I mean, if you insist.
Sure, let's corrupt
Y'all
some.
go in the inn.
Let's corrupt some souls while we're here.
What? No.
Nothing.
Okay. You go inside the inn, and yeah, this is a pretty bog standard inn. There's a bunch of chairs around, kind of wooden benches and nice wooden tables that are a bit rough but clean. And yeah, the place is. There's not too many people here. It seems like most of the people are outside, and like most of the wait staff is kind of like has the door open, and they're all like in the front windows open. They're all trying to listen to Crier. And yeah, there's like a bar, or there's kind of a dining area you can sit in, or all the wait staff kind of look at you expectingly, like you're like, what are you doing here?
I go up to the bar and go up to him. I'm like, excuse me, we're looking for a church. Do you happen to know where the nearest one is?
Yeah, we got lots. I mean, which one? Like there's
Well, we are sent on a mission to deliver a parchment from a church of Sarenrae down south. Or from there.
Yeah, we got one of those. Yeah.
Alright, and do you happen to know where it is?
Just keep heading down that main road out there. How'd you come in? Right, you came in here from out of town, so just keep going the way you were going before you got here. Keep going into town. You'll go right by it if you keep following the road right into the heart of town.
Fascinating. Here's a shot in the dark. You wouldn't happen to have any entertainers under your employ now, would you?
I mean, what are you talking about, stranger? We got alcohols. We got live music 2 nights a week.
All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it.
Nah,
He's asking if you got any whores.
you won't find anything like that in the religious world.
Oh, I bet I will. Anyways. Anybody else need anything from here?
No. Man on mission. Need find
Care
church.
for a mug of cider?
Is it alcoholic cider, or is it just
No
plain
alcohol
cider?
in this here cider. No, sorry.
Ah.
Church won't allow it.
Do you have alcohol at all?
Can't find that here. No.
Hey. And what is this place called? The building.
The Drunken Abbot. It's a long story.
I would love to hear that story.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm assuming Sigbert's gonna be very upset about this. Probably best not to tell him.
Well, it's just this spot right here. I mean, the rest of the religious ward is, you can find seedier places. We're just on the main road. We get a lot of high level priests and clerics coming through here, and some of them get offended. And we're just on Main Street here, so we gotta keep up good appearances.
Yes.
You don't want to offend the Pope, right? Like,
No. Anyways, lads, should we get going?
Yeah. Place is dumb. Let's go.
All right.
okay, so yeah, you guys head back to the outsiderness, and from what the guy told you, you now know a little bit more about the area you're in. And yeah, you're here outside of the inn that you just discovered, and you know that you're in the religious ward. Would you like to go deeper into town?
I guess everybody. I don't know about anybody else, but
Oh,
I guess go to
God.
the.
Fucking damn it. I'll be right back.
All right.
We should probably keep playing. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right. Apothum, anything from you?
He said he's got stuff going on too.
Yeah, sorry. I'm paying attention as best I can, but I'm just getting hit up a lot today. So, what was the question?
We're leaving the tavern and I guess going towards the church, but is there anything else you want to explore or look around?
I mean, unless I could, I don't. Can I roll some kind of like knowledge local or something to see if I know of a fence in the area, like someone to sell stolen things to?
So you just got to town, and you're for sure right out front of the like more religious inn that you've just learned about. And so most of the crowd here seems like they're probably, priests. Like they're all wearing robes and things. And other than that, there's some more rich-looking commoners, but nobody's wearing rags. Like your thief eyes can't really identify anybody that really looks like a pickpocket or anybody like with a seedy intent around here.
That's too bad.
Oh, I'll plant a CD and
All right. Can we venture on?
Onward.
to the Church of Seven Ray.
Okay, so yeah, you guys walk further into town, and the town is big, and there's people walking all over the place. It's kind of nearing the afternoon now. and the streets are filled. Lots of people, 5 people walking by all the time. And when you get to this intersection here, you see a sign on the road again. One moment. Loading the sign. The sign points in 2 different directions. One is straight, and one is to the south. And the straight one says Saren Ray this way, and Senate this way. And to the south, it says Temple of Irori.
Oh, I guess we're gonna be keep following the path to Temple of Sarenrae.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Okay, so yeah, you get to about here, and the signs again point you south, and you follow them down to here, where you can see suddenly a large open air kind of chapel thing. Why does it say the group? Does it say the group for you guys?
Yes.
Huh. I don't know why I put that there.
I don't even think we ever came up with a name.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I was trying. Yeah, you
Just leave it blank. That's what we are. Just blank.
So yeah, you walk next to the side of a large building, but this is the back side of it, so you can't really tell. It's just a 2 or 3 story building. But to the south, you see a large temple. They got a particular style of temple where there's not really roofs. It's more of an open garden with a bunch of big tall rock walls. It's kind of like a chapel, but the ceiling's missing, and it's very bright. Everything's golden and colorful.
Pretty
I hate
bad
to
if
see
it
this
rains.
place in the. Yeah, so I was gonna say I hate to see this place during a thunderstorm.
But this place, they said that it was like the big church in the area, but like it's not particularly big. It's a large size building, but you can see already even in this general vicinity, there's like 2 or 3 buildings that are way twice as big as it that also look like churches. But yeah, outside you can see that this seems like a road that it just doesn't seem like the road's very well traveled. Not very many people come this way, but there is a temple here, and it's out front. There's kind of a stone courtyard with a large statue of Saren Ray made out of white stone. It's like an angelic woman with hair made of fire, and she has a scimitar in her hand. She's like making a cool swing it gesture.
Just is there a door to this temple?
Yeah, past the statue, like through the courtyard, there's a big door. There's stairs that go up to a large wooden gate. And out front of the gate, there's a dwarven paladin guy standing there, just at attention. And the sun is shining, and he's like, you can tell that the way they designed this place and the way that the sun is right now, particularly, like the sun shines directly right on this doorway, right where this guy is standing at perfect squat attention, like unmoving.
All right, just go up to him. Hello there.
One second. I need to open another thing. Sorry, I'm loading. Okay, so yeah, he is a blonde. Now that you're closer, you can see he's like blonde hair, short blonde hair. He's got a tightly shaved beard that's also blonde. He looks pretty young, but he looks tough. And he's standing there at attention. When you walk up, he for sure breaks his attention, and he looks right at you. And he's got kind of looking in his eyes. He says, "Well, hello there."
Hi, we have a scroll to deliver. I guess to the head priest or priestess.
Yeah, the head guy around here is he's a guy, he's a priest. Can I ask what business you got though? I mean, what is this? Can you show me?
Who I gesture to whoever has the scroll.
Who has the scroll? I don't know.
I think I do.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so yeah, you take out the scroll, and the second you do, this guy immediately, like his eyes snap right to it. He sees it. He says, "Oh, you got the scroll. What? Who gave you that?"
The Church of Samurai down south.
At Waterford, something, yeah, like that.
Down south, Warford.
Yeah, Wartford.
Rosamund?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosaline gave it to us. Or Rosamond.
Close enough.
Glad you remember names, because I don't.
I don't even think that was her name, was it?
Rosamond was not the lead lady, but the secondary lady. Rosamond, whatever.
Yeah,
Somebody's keeping notes.
Rosa Parks.
Shit.
Rosamund Boots, actually. But that's okay. But yeah, so he sees the scroll and he says, "Seven seals." It's not often you see a scroll, seven seals.
Oh.
He says, "Hold on, come, wait, just come on in here real quick. Let me go ask." And I think this is the thing.
I have to object. This isn't an open ceiling.
There's no ceiling. That's what you gotta forget about. Yeah, there's not a ceiling on this. It's like this, but there's no ceiling.
Break my immersion.
Yeah, good luck trying to I'm not an artist.
Yeah, I know.
I was Googling really hard though. This is what we had to go with. But yeah, so all around you see there's like symbols of the sun and symbols of people praying and justice. And yeah, it's a really beautiful place. The sun is shining in here really, really brightly, like just supernaturally brightly. Like even though it's late in the day, it's full bright sunlight in here. Like great happy time. No shadows anywhere. And yeah, he kind of leads you back to there's a door in the side of the church, and he says, "Wait here." And wait, yeah, he gets you to the door, and he turns around and he looks at you in the face, and he says, "You guys wait here." And then yeah, he opens the door and he kind of creeps in there, and past the door you can hear him saying, "What?" You kind of hear thump thump thump, thump thump thump.
While that's going on, I'm like I'm like leaning back at Zozo. I'm like, this place gives me the creeps. It's all happy fun time here. I don't like it.
It's a church. What do you expect?
Churches give me the creeps. I was molested in one once.
I don't think this is the time to discuss that.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Man, I'm already sweating bullets being here.
Just calm down. The guy will be back. We'll hand him the scroll and then
What kind of clerics are
walk
these?
away. Sarenrae.
Sarenrae.
Okay.
They are priests of the dawn, healing, light, the sun, honesty, redemption. And yeah, as your eyes kind of flick around, you can see that there's all kinds of different just images and depictions of things. And particularly there's a section about redemption that's really brutal. That it's it kind of tells a short story of a bandit who robs a church and then gets caught by a knight of Sarenrae. And the knight of Sarenrae offers the bandit redemption. And the bandit lies. And the knight of Sarenrae slits the bandit's throat.
I'm looking right at Apotham. I'm looking right at Apotham like, touch nothing.
Okay.
These people don't, they definitely do deal out some justice against evildoers when it comes to it, especially evildoers that don't repent. But yeah, out of the door, you kind of hear, footsteps approaching, thump, 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 and the door opens up again. And out comes the guy, yeah, and he says, "Oh, excuse me, I don't think we've, I saw the scroll, I kind of panicked, but But I'm Yossi. It's nice to meet you all. What do you guys call yourself?
Good question. We will get back to you whenever we decide on that.
Which one do you use the face?
What?
Good question. We'll get back to you when we decide on that.
Fat Thumbs it is. Pleased to meet you, Fat Thumbs.
Thumbs
yes.
ain't that fat, but all right.
Willerick is inside. He's who you're after. He's the high flame paladin of Serenray.
Okay.
But I have to warn you, he's a bit frail. So just I'll be in there with you, but you guys are leading. Okay? Just tell him about your scroll.
Tell him about it. How? It's a piece of
We're
paper.
taking you in there. Be right in there.
All right. We're going in.
Going in hot.
Okay, so yeah, you guys go inside, and he shows you kind of there's a nice little office room here with a desk and kind of a bed in the corner, and it looks like this guy probably lives here. He's an elf. He's really frail and really thin, and he looks like he's 1,000 years old. Well, he probably is, but all his hair is white. And yeah, he comes in the room, and when you, you come in the room, and he's kind of coughing. He's going, but he sees you come in. He says, "Oh, travelers, welcome. My Fat Thumbs, I hear."
Yes.
I hear you bring a very important scroll. Please show me this scroll.
I thought took it, but all right. Sent the scroll.
Seven seals. Let me, excuse me for a moment. And he kind of turns around. He's getting a little knife. He starts slicing open this thing. And he unscrolls the seal. He's definitely like, he's trying to make it so you can't see. And yeah, he's reading this scroll. And he's, yes. Yes.
Well, what is it?
Well, we delivered the scroll. We get
We're gonna
paid.
get paid, right?
Oh, yes. Of course. I mean, this is terrible news, but this is not the first report of such thing.
Let me guess. Is it about some metal knight and a bunch of crystals?
I mean, no, we don't know. I don't know what you're talking about there, but I mean, this scroll pretty much just says that the town was under attack, and that they fought it off, but the attackers wanted to destroy the church.
Oh yeah, that we took care of that. We cleared it out.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, that's in here too, so you'll very much be rewarded.
How did they know? That's weird.
It's in the note here. It's you helped. You helped defend the town.
Yes, the town, but there was no word about us clearing the church.
Yeah.
The church.
We protected the church.
The church in Warford?
Oh, that one. Well, we also cleared the one that was along the way between here and Wharf.
Oh, the shrine of creation.
Yeah.
That's
Hopefully there's a little bonus in there for that.
Hopefully we can send a message back to Rosamond of this good news. Maybe,
And hopefully there's a bonus in there for that.
Of course. Yes, you're great heroes. Thank you for your help.
You guys are a bunch of greedy bitches.
We're mercenaries. Don't care.
And yeah, Multi kind of leads you guys over to a little door on the side. He sticks his key in and opens it up, and he kind of pauses for a second, looks back over at Willerick, and Willerick says, "Yes, 1,000 apiece." And yeah, Multi kind of takes out a bunch of bags and he starts counting, and he gives each of you a bag with 1,000 gold.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, good sir. 1,000 gold for me.
There you are, brother. I knew you was going to be around.
Are you still?
God damn it.
It's been a while.
It went from
I'm not
one fucking
disguised.
country
I'm
accent to the other.
So yeah, Willard kind of says, "Okay, now that payments been handled, I mean, are you happy? Like,
Mhm.
we have more to attend to here. Like this is serious business. We need to send a party to investigate, but the Senate won't meet for a few more days. But we
How
have to
much?
bring news of this to the senator.
How much
How much? What?
to do your work?
I'm just asking you to come along to the senator to give a testimony. But I mean, we need to investigate this more. I mean, I'm sure we're not just the only church here, but I mean, if whoever these are obviously trying to destroy our churches, and that means that's very important to us that they not be destroyed. So we would be willing to pay you for sure any amount to help us with this.
Any amount, you say?
But your group won't be enough, right? Like we need more. We need the whole city's guard worth of troops. And the Senate can help us. We have to tell the senator.
Sure. Why
I
not?
think we should tell the senator.
I shrug and then be like, okay, so where's this folk?
He says, "Okay, so you all agree to help us with this next bit, right? Like we just need to talk the Senate into taking some troops, and for sure the Senate will approve, hopefully, and then we need you lot to go along with them to investigate more of these reports. We've gotten your report's not the only one, right? Like this is the third report of giant purple crystals, draining something from plants.
Yeah, we have some kind of stalkeries involved with it. We don't know exactly.
Stalker? What do you mean? Have you been seeing a person near the crystals?
Yeah, it's some knight. He keeps following us everywhere we go. He just keeps appearing.
I haven't heard of any such knight, but it's not good news for us. And yeah, he says, in return, for you guys agreeing to this, I have a extra special reward. And he kind of looks at Mjolnir and he nods and he again pulls a case out of the locker and comes over to the desk and plunks down this kind of suitcase, undoes the two clicky latches, and it opens up. And inside are what appear to be really fine. Here we go. Bam. What appear to be really fine stopwatches or compasses. Kind of a mix between the two. And the compass seems to be made of silver, but it's really heavy. It seems like way heavier than it should be. And as you kind of twist back and forth, the compass seems to work. It's pointing north. And in the center of the compass, you can see there's a really intricate kind of socket thing.
And what is this?
It says this is a wayfinder. You not heard what it can do?
No. Never heard of a wayfinder before.
Oh, that's surprising. I mean, adventurers such as yourselves usually go through a coronation process before you start adventuring that involves the completion of a trial and the earning of a wayfinder. But the wayfinder ensures that pathfinders across the realm like yourselves can always know where to go.
Interesting. Never heard of such an organization.
Of course, the Pathfinder organization. Most
And where
adventurers
are
themselves carry licenses in their name.
and where are they located?
He tells you where they are located.
You don't know.
You can write that down.
Interesting. And you say they have licenses.
Yes, of course. Yeah, they license adventurers that go
And-
around, and when adventuring groups that get the license, earn a premium when they complete adventures. They're a higher class above the others. I mean, no offense.
None taken.
But yeah, he says, do you know about these wayfinders, right? Like the socket in the middle?
Urukbar? Potham? Zoza?
Nope. Dude, I have no idea.
I've never seen this thing before in my life.
Never heard of it in a game in my life either.
Well,
Says,
apparently,
You there, Apatha.
Yes.
What about those crystals you have floating around your head?
Oh, these ion stones? Oh,
Of course.
I found them.
You know what those are?
Yes.
You must have. Okay. So what you do is you take those crystals, those island stones, and rather than floating around your head, you can put them into the compass.
Oh, I see.
And sometimes things happen.
Hmm.
They say that true Pathfinders always know what the effect will be, but other Pathfinders aren't sure. It takes years of study and practice, and you have to find a lot of the stones to figure out what they all do.
is there some kind of book that has information of ones that have already been revealed?
I'm sure such a book exists, but I've never heard of it. The Pathfinder chapter doesn't have a library in town or even a membership office or anything. It's just an organization from a faraway land.
Hmm. All right.
But yeah, I mean, you pretty much take those Iowan stones and you put one in the compass and you see if the compass reacts or not.
Hmm.
There's never any, it doesn't. Seems like some stones work and some stones don't. Nobody really knows the logic behind it, but you get some kind of bonus. You keep the original bonus and you get some kind of new bonus. And yeah, he says, you want me to demonstrate? Who wants me to demonstrate on theirs?
Sure, I will volunteer.
Okay, so he pulls out a stone, and it's clearly a very intricately cut stone, like it's island stone, but it's dull and it's gray and it's just doesn't look interesting at all. And he explains to you too that like this island stone is the most basic. It doesn't even float around your head or anything. You got to like put it in your pocket. It has no effect, right? But it is an island stone. And he says, "Look, show me your compass." And you want to hold it out.
Yes.
Yeah, and he reaches out and he kind of takes this little gem and he spins it around a little. It's kind of like a D20, like it's intricately carved, and he clicks it into the watch, into the compass, and the compass kind of glows for a little bit. And it glows a little bit more and kind of just fades out. Something about that stone didn't seem like it worked right. So yeah, he says,
Well, I'm
This is
convinced.
this is normal. And he pulls the stone back out and he kind of just chucks it, like behind his desk on the ground. And he pulls out another. He has kind of a bag of them. And he puts one in. And
Till it fucking
he
works.
tries again and it doesn't work. And he's like, hold on. The third time's the charm every time. And yeah, he plugs the stone in, and the compass glows with the green kind of light. And he says, "Look now. Can you feel it?"
Feel what?
He's talking to Espy, and he's
I feel
particularly.
the ultimate power.
That's it, of course. He says, "Read this." And he hands you a book. And the book has a cleric spell on it. A spell that you usually wouldn't understand because it's not the right kind of spell for you. But you can understand this temporarily. And he explains to you that yes, when you put the gray stone into the Wayfinder, the gray stone has no effect on its own, but when in the Wayfinder, it grants you the spell Read Magic once per day for 10 minutes. And it lets you read books or scrolls or read inscriptions from that you otherwise wouldn't be able to know.
Hmm.
Of course, he just used it once, so it's only good for 10 minutes now. But tomorrow. And yeah, he offers this to everybody. If everybody wants a gray stone, he'll give everybody like 2 gray stones.
Everybody has read magic.
Woohoo!
Everybody has 2 gray stones that may turn into read magic.
Oh no. Alright, 2 Greystone. Viking Wayfinder.
So yeah, everybody gets a Wayfinder, and everybody gets 2 gray stone. They're called dull gray stones. And yeah, SB, this is for you. That's the spell you get once per day. So yeah, he says, you know, are you busy now? Can we go see the senator right now and like tell him about this? Are you guys busy?
I guess we're free.
Yeah, let's do it.
Says, I'm sure you can find somewhere to stay with your earnings, right? And then I can show you a good place and show you around town, but we gotta go to the Senate first.
All right.
And yeah,
Off to the
Willard
Senate.
kind of stands up from his chair, but as soon as he stands up, he goes, and yeah, he kind of sits back down, and he kind of gotta catch his breath. And the dwarf guy kind of goes over, Milty. He runs over and he kind of pats him on the back, and he says, "Don't worry, my lord. I'll go with him." Says, "Of course. It's probably for the best." So yeah, Willard's gonna stay here, and Mjolnir's gonna go with you. And yeah, he's outside of the church, outside the door. He closes the door behind him, and he's kind of like, "You guys ready to go?"
Sure.
We're off.
I gotta get the voice back on. I'm losing the voice. It's hard.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
So yeah, he leads you guys down the road and kind of back the way you came a bit, back to world map mode temporarily.
Execute Order 66.
One of those numbers, yeah. Yeah, so he takes you here and he leads you to the north. And in the city square, you can see a few buildings. The one you're heading towards seems to be like a 3 or 4 story. And the bottom floor seems to have a ton of doors. There's just doors all the way around it. And in the big courtyard here, you can see a big ornate building. And there's a sign out front that says The Senate, really large, bold font.
Can't miss it.
To the south, you can see. Why does it say the group? Oh no! It says the group on the shield. That's what it is. I don't like that. Yeah. So but yeah, below you can see that there's another large temple. The temple looks more like a tavern or something like that. And yeah, he leads you north into the A building. And I don't know if I made a map for this. I don't think I did. So yeah, we're just gonna play it here. Yeah, he walks up into this building. I told you it's like a 4-story building with a bunch of doors all around the bottom. And around here, you can see there's nothing but dwarves. This whole area is all dwarves, and they're all sweaty, and they all like, some of them got towels, some of them are missing shirts. They got towels, like they all been exercising and stuff. And when you go through these doors, he hits the door and it's kind of loose and flies open, and you walk in, and it's obviously like a big gymnasium, almost like a modern day basketball court, but it's medieval, and there's no hoops, but it's just a big wooden floored gym that's wide open and really tall. And around you, there's just dwarfs everywhere, muscling, lifting weights. They're all sweaty and they're all not wearing shirts. There's some that are, it just appears to be a big, huge open gym, and everybody's exercising. All these dwarfs, everybody's a dwarf. There's some people that aren't dwarves, but they're just like helping other dwarves exercise. And some of them got punching bags. Some of them are lifting big metal weights. Some of them have gloves on, and they're like boxing each other. And other ones have like the helmets on, and they're like wrestling. And they're all real buff and muscly.
Where did you take us?
This is a senator's dormitory. All the senators
Really?
live here.
Really?
You're new in town, huh?
Very much.
I'll tell you later. And yeah, he keeps leading you through this gym. That's, it's kind of, you're weaving your way through a bunch of, excuse me. And yeah, there's some dwarves spotting each other and stuff. And eventually you get through the crowd, and Mjolnir leads you up to a dwarf he has a rock. And it's this huge boulder rock that's like twice the size of him. It looks like the rock has been kind of stone-shaped or really carefully carved to have handles built into it. And it's just a big boulder with handles. And he's lifting this thing up above his head. He's like squatting with it. He's got no shirt on. He's got orange, big hair, big beard, and no shirt. And Mjolnir walks up, and he sees Mjolnir, and he kind of makes a face. He turns a little bit, and he starts putting down the boulder. He puts it down really gently, but like the boulder looks like it was really heavy. He drops it perfectly with perfect form. It doesn't make a sound. Yeah, he wipes the sweat from his brow, and he turns to the crowd, and he says, "You again, Mortier. What do you want this time?" And yeah, Mjolnir says, "Hey, this is Wagner, religious ward senator. You'll find him hard to deal with." And yeah, the dwarf guy kind of has a Russian voice. I'm bad at Russian voice, but he's like, "Yeah. What can I help you out with?" And yeah, he turns to the group, and he kind of like turns away from Mjolnir, and he says, "What do you want?"
We got this like scroll thing, and some bad shit's going down.
What do you mean?
The town of Rutherford was attacked, and we spoke to this dude at the church thing. He said you guys would help us.
Oh, okay. The Sarenrae Church, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they've been
Sarenrae.
reporting some attacks. What, are you reporting another one?
Yeah,
Apparently.
yeah. We talked to this old geezer, and he said that you would help us.
And pay us.
I don't know about paying you, but he might pay you. But of course, I mean, this is a very serious, and Mjolnir kind of chimes in, and he explains the story more clearly to him about how this is the third report this month, and he really needs to bring this up in the Senate next time. And he gives him a really convincing argument, and the dwarf senator, buff guy, his name is Wagner, and he seemed kind of swayed by Mjolnir's speech. And he says, next week we just had a Senate meeting, right? So it's like 5 days until the next Senate. So I mean, I'll be here training to fight your case. And I mean, I don't know how I'll do, but like I've been doing really good lately, and this is a good cause I believe in. I think that I'll get behind it, and I think I can get some more of the other senators behind it. I mean, I might need help from some of you guys, but I think this we can make this case.
Yeah, what do you need us to do? What can we do to help?
How are you at fighting?
If I don't fight something in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna go crazy.
You might want to calm down. We're in
It's a
town.
good spirit, but there ain't no weapons allowed, boy.
I mean, that's cool, man. I can just punch something. I'm good.
You can punch something.
We
You're
are
fine.
surrounded by a bunch of sweaty dwarves that some of them are actually fighting, so
Says, well, I'd like to see you in here a couple times the next 5 days, right? You want to help out? Could
Look.
introduce you to Boris. He's got a good training regiment.
Like
My face.
you want us to train?
Boris?
Of course.
Who's Boris? Is he like a gnome?
I don't know. He's pretty small, but he's pretty tough. I don't think he's a dwarf, though.
A gnome. Is he a gnome?
Oh, no. Nah. He's pretty small, though.
Okay.
Probably halfling or something.
Okay.
He's pretty buff. It's hard to tell.
So like, how does us coming here to train help you build your case? I'm just curious.
Oh, are you new in town?
Yes.
Yes.
For the fifth
Oh, I mean,
time.
you're like in the senator's dorms. I figured you knew what was going on. Like,
No, I just see a bunch of dwarfs doing stuff.
so yeah, here in Reminster, we're very democratic people, and each of the wards of the city elect a senator, and all the senators once a week go to Senate, and the outcome of the decision is based on a big fistfight brawl.
What?
All right.
Yeah, and so
Awesome.
you make your case, and as many people as you want, can join your side. And there's an opposing side, and as many people can join that side as they want. And we're allowed to have a certain amount of guest speakers as long as you present some of the case beforehand. You're like a witness.
So by
You can
speaker,
join
you
in.
mean like fighter?
Well, at the beginning, there's some talking, right? But it devolves to fighting, and that's just how it goes.
All right, I'm starting to like this place a little better.
Yeah.
Glad you do.
So yeah, I mean, a couple of you will have to be in here training. I'm not sure the exact number, but I don't think we'll have enough room for all of you to join in. So,
Oh, dude, I am so down if no one else is.
A root bar and Zozo, for sure.
Pat, any response? I know Rupar's
Yeah,
down.
sure. Yeah, sure. I'm down to prove myself for these scrubs.
So yeah, he says tomorrow morning I'll show you Brutus bright and early, sunrise. Be in here. Wear some minimal clothing.
I mean, I hardly
Bring a
wear
towel.
clothes, but-
I'm getting naked.
What?
Well, you don't have any naked. You gotta wear bottoms, but no shoes, no shirt, just a towel, pants and a towel. And yeah, lunch is provided.
Awesome. As long as it's not slop.
Of course not. It's all protein.
All right. Is there anything else you need of us, or is that pretty much
Oh,
it?
that's it. I mean, I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early if you want. The rest of you guys, I don't know. I mean, there's lots to do in town. This is just the religious work. But there's plenty of inns I could point you to. There's plenty of shops. There's plenty of work and stuff. It depends on what are you looking for. getting pretty late, I guess.
I heard something about statues being on sale.
Statues on sale? I mean, I don't know. There's artisans ward. They probably got statues.
That's where I'll be headed.
Okay, I could point you where to go. And yeah, he kind of pulls out a map and he shows you, and he kind of gives you this map. He's got some more stuff circled. I think you guys are looking at the map, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He shows you more stuff this way. And yeah, he says if you're looking for I don't know, any kind of art, that's the place to go. Mostly they just make it there though, so might be hard to find somebody who's willing to like sell you one, but like there'll be a bunch kind of just piled around. Well, you know, the whole city works a certain way, right? And the artists make the stuff, but they don't really sell stuff. They sell stuff to the shops. The shops sell stuff.
Mm.
So everybody gets a cut, right? Like
Town choir was yelling something about some guild had sale of statues.
yeah, Artisans Guild. Yeah, might be hard to find somebody, but you could probably buy a statue if you try hard enough.
And anything else around here? Of
Around
interest.
here, there's the Senate. Right to the south there a bit, just out across the courtyard is the it's a Caden's drink. It's kind of a temple, certain kind of temple. I think your priest there. It's his god. And Ches says, "Oh, Caden's drink. I've heard of it in legend. You must try the ale."
Meh.
I'll swing by at some point and have a drink with you.
And yeah, he points out that Caden's drink doesn't have any beds. It's just a bar.
Do you guys have like a magic shop or anything like that?
You could find something like that in the trade ward, probably.
All right, where's this trade ward?
I'm just gonna be straight up. Just tell us everything.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna just hold on. I think I can just there we go.
Everything's white.
This is good. Turn on all the things. Save. Sorry, takes a second. Gotta export and stuff. I've been working on this map so hard. This is the big reveal, friends.
Yay!
But,
we don't get to like decapitate Bear's work.
Please upload game.
Out of character. Would like to see what's up with the Iroh temple.
What?
The fucking temple.
Oh, the Irori temple.
Iroh. Keep calling it Iroh.
Iroh is the first three letters. I mean, that's pretty good.
Well, Iroh is also a character from fucking an anime.
It's not centered anymore, but oh no, there we go. This game's hard. And yeah, the whole map is revealed. I spent a lot of fucking time on this map, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dog.
There's a bunch of stuff in the city. He puts out like the whole map, and he's got the whole tourist guide, and he's like, "Here's all the places." And they all have letters involved. I could probably get you guys the list. But yeah, like for tonight, you're probably interested in some shops and some, they might be shut down this time, but like maybe a place to sleep.
Yeah, probably. I think we're getting about to that point. Maybe the inn that we stopped by, unless you can think of something better.
Yeah, the Drunken Abbot is a real high quality place for sure.
One of our
Mm.
They don't have any
companions
alcohol, but-
was asking for some special services. Would you know anything like that?
Seems like I'm not the only one interested.
Listen,
Nah,
man,
I was
listen,
just-
man, I hold a government office. This is a government facility. Like, you gotta get out of here with those kind of questions.
Just point us towards the sleaziest inn that you know.
Probably the docks.
All right.
There's a fancy inn in the Noble Ward. It's pretty high class, but near there's a much cheaper inn, and that's probably where you might find something.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he says, there's a job board if you want work, and that's about it, right? We might check the job board later tomorrow, see if there's anything interesting. You got 5 days, right? But I expect to see you guys in here some training.
I have a
I'll be
I have a
in.
feeling we'll be in town 5 days, I'm sure.
And yeah, so he points you to all these places. What would you guys like to do? I understand you don't know what the letters are, but like from the choices we've kind of discussed, what would you like to do? It's probably like 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock. It's pretty much sunset. Place is getting dark.
All right. Personally, what Taliesin has planned is to find preferably somebody who can make a statue, but he'll settle on a painter to do pretty much a nude statue or painting of him.
Say fucking what, mate?
Okay. It's imagination nude, so I guess it's not nude. But yeah, sure. He kind of gives you a weird look, and he looks you up and down, and he kind of shudders. But he's like, yeah, you can probably find some artists. Like there's some desperate artists.
That'll be fantastic. Desperate is always better.
Statues and paintings and like, cloth and stuff, weaving and stuff. And yeah, feel free to stop back by and lift some iron anytime.
Oh yeah, I'll be back in the morning.
Oh yeah, they will.
So yeah, the city is open to you. What would you like to do?
I am gonna go look for what I was looking for.
You're gonna go look for an artist. It's pretty late. You might find an artist. But yeah, you're going to the artist district, artisan ward. Are we gonna like all split up, or are we gonna? I was thinking like, so this is a good time for a time check, right? Who's sleepy or whatever, or
Not
who's
high.
gotta go? I don't know.
I mean,
Is that the case for anybody?
some food, but that's about it.
And the only one that really probably would have left is Chaz.
Okay.
And obviously, he had to dip out for whatever.
So yeah, I mean, I still got time. I could still do this for a bit. I still got content too. So
Yeah, we can.
the city's kind of open. SB wants to go to the art district and look for art stuff. Does anybody else want to do anything else? Like I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice.
We should
go to the thing.
we should definitely check out that job board.
Yeah, that's the thing we should do.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Pat, you wanted to go to the Temple of Aurora?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not expecting like an artist to like do it right then and there. Just get it in motion, get the plans out.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a multi-step process. You might have to find like one to do a sketch, and then you take the sketch to the guy that makes a statue or something. I don't know. I've never had a statue commissioned.
Like for
Like I said, I'd also settle on a painting.
Okay, so yeah, since I guess we're not taking a break or anything, we can just do these things. It's magically earlier in the day a little bit. You guys don't want to sleep, I guess. And yeah, I guess right now you guys are in the center. The closest destination that you guys want to do is either the job board or the Pat Temple.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping us from quote separating and just doing our own thing, but still listening.
I mean, our characters won't know anything about it if we're not together.
True.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know.
But
We could do a montage where everybody splits up and we just kind of like take turns, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, and then like supposedly at the very end we share whatever information
So
we
yeah,
want.
it's just like who wants to go with Pat to his temple, like now, right?
No.
Like that's what Pat. Like Pat, you'd probably say something like, "Go in my temple," you know. Who's
Yeah.
in?
Yeah, boys.
And who's interested in that
Man,
adventure?
fuck these temples. I want to make some jobs and some money.
Okay, so you're not going. Anybody
Yeah.
else want to go?
So nobody wants to figure out why the headband turned me evil?
I do.
Well, I was gonna say that's technically your character, your story. So
You're not wrong, but you're
Yeah.
involved.
kinda.
When you get grappled and hit to death, it's not my problem.
So yeah, it's fine. I mean, you can. It says social adventure.
Right.
You guys can go the other way. That's fine to split up. I think Chaz would probably go with you because he's religious. He'd be like, let's see what this Rory's all about. Or something.
Does he know that Rory doesn't like Galen?
I don't know. I don't think he would know that. You like haven't told him, I don't think. I don't think you've made that hint. But like you could let his character know that and that might change his decision.
I mean, that would probably be ideal. I'm gonna let him know that.
So, oh, why?
Because your god's a false god. It tricked its way into being a god.
Oh,
That's why.
He's still a god.
Ooh.
He's still a god, though. You want to
I'm
fight?
I'm
You wanna
not there,
fight?
but ooh.
And Chez like
Yeah.
puffs up and he like he's like, "What'd you say?"
Well, listen here. I'm not the one that fell on my damn face jumping off a tower, okay?
I
I think you might knock a screw loose.
I'm not the only one that fell on my face, thank you.
Oh, okay. Your face just looks like that, right? God.
Oh yeah, so you convinced Chaz that like he's don't want to go anymore, and I guess it's just Pat, the lonesome Pat. Or speak up now, or forever hold your Pat adventure.
Thought you were going.
I like where you're going.
Maybe.
I mean, the only adventures I can think of would probably get me whacked by some guards, and I'm too low level for the things that I want to do right now. So
Still trickster.
can I still be a trickster and try to pickpocket somebody?
No, you can't, because I'm gonna grab you by the shoulder and we're gonna go to the fucking temple together. Because you can't be left alone. And I'm not getting killed by guards today.
Oh.
A little religion might do you some good. A little God in your life.
Y'all need some motherfucking Jesus.
Okay,
So
what's
yeah.
the kill stuff?
You guys wanna? Yeah, you're dragging him off to the temple.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that painting was a big warning.
Okay, so the temple is right here. Let's see on the map. I guess it's invisible in that color. So we'll try
No,
not paint.
okay, that
Okay,
works.
it is. Yeah, so it's kind of in a back. You got to take a back alley and a back alley, and you end up at this place. And I mean, it doesn't outside. There's no special markings or anything. It's literally just kind of a stone, brick building. And From this side, it just has a simple large door with no door in the doorway. And yeah, around here, there's a bunch more dwarves still. This place is obviously mostly a dwarf city. But the dwarves here they're pretty buff too. You know, like some of these might be senators, it seems like, but just general, there's a bunch of buff dwarfs here, and they're doing a similar kind of thing. It's a much smaller, much darker room, but they're all training, and they're like training on each other. They're doing jujitsu and shit, doing spinning karate kicks, and they're practicing. They're like, in here, these guys are a lot more focused. The other ones, like the guys, are all about gains, and in this gym, they're all about the combat artistry. They're doing triple backflips and stuff. And there's a guy like throwing daggers. They're doing all kinds of cool training in here. And yeah, it's just the front room. But when you go through that front room where there's 4 or 5 guys training, there's a much quieter room, and there's a little sign on the wall that says this is the prayer room. You can see just kind of a big open room with nothing. It's a big blank room, and on the floor there's kind of a big mat. Everybody's shoes are here on the edge of the mat, and there's just a bunch of people in there in the dark room, like meditating. Some of them got candles lit, and they're all sitting there, and they're all just like thinking. There's no clear place where to go. There's no front desk or anything, and nobody seems like they're approaching you. But yeah, being a follower of Irori, you know that this is a place where followers come to train and followers come to commune with Irori. And pretty much the way you pray is you sit here and you meditate and you wait for a vision. And the vision might happen, it might not. It might take days, but you can take breaks. But eventually, Irori will give you a vision. And if you train, if you don't get a vision, some say you have to train more.
I'm really looking for somebody to identify this fucking headband.
I mean, you can like what are you gonna like take it out or like hold it, or like you're gonna just approach a stranger, like a random guy?
Random guy, yeah. Ask them if they know anything about this headband.
So yeah, there's a human guy in here, and he's real muscular. He's got a kind of a white toga thing on, like Ryu's clothes. And he turns around, he looks at you, he says, "What's that?"
Well, it's a headband. It turned me evil and was wondering if you knew anything about it.
Lots of us got headbands, but what do you mean turned you evil?
Well, my friends told me that I punched him in the face. This guy especially, and I just kind of point at fucking Botham.
It hurt!
And yeah, so I was wondering if you knew anything about headbands that gave you the ability to do monk thing and turned you evil.
I can't say I've ever heard of such a thing. But I mean, many of us have headbands here that have some kind of magical power. It's not uncommon.
Well, can I look around to see if anybody's got one similar?
Looking around, you can see there's a lot of people with really intricate headbands that are sitting around praying with their legs crossed. And some of them got dragons, and some of them got unicorns, and some of them got fire, and they all got different kinds. Some of them have metal pieces and kind of what looks like gems, but there's not very many that seem to have anything that looks like a big gem in it, like yours. But yeah, he suggests pretty much that you reach out to Irori for guidance. Says in these situations it's hard to know, but you just must look inwards for the solution. It's a safe place here, right?
I'm gonna look at Apotham and be like, "Don't touch anything.
Oh,
I'm gonna meditate, guy told me to go talk to Irory. I'm also gonna do it with the headband on. I'm gonna warn the guy that I was talking to, if I turn evil, don't kill me. Just take the headband off.
He
Seems
says,
to do the
hold,
trick.
hold on a minute. And he kind of goes, and he touches a few other people, different races, dwarves and elves and things that are meditating. And he kind of touches them all on the shoulder, 3 or 4 of them on the shoulder, and whispers something in their ear. And they get right up and they come over and they stand near him, behind him, in a core formation.
Mm-hmm.
And he understands what you explained, that like this is you think this thing might be cursed, and he says, do what you must. This place is safe.
Okay. And I'm gonna meditate on one of the rugs or whatever have you. With the headband on my head.
Make a concentration check.
I figured.
I don't know what the fuck, like wisdom or something?
It's either wisdom or intelligence, most likely.
Wisdom, no. I think wisdom. You must look within for the answer. Wow. 11. Wismod. So yeah, you spend an hour. Yeah, you sit there. They offer you some candles, and they all kind of sit cross-legged around you, and they're obviously not closing their eyes or anything. But you sit there and meditate. How do you meditate? Do you I don't know. Do you do the finger touch thing, or do you
Yeah.
cross your arms?
Cross legs and do the finger touch above the cross legs.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about the sound, but yeah.
Yeah, what's the sound?
There ain't no sound. It's meditation.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Pat does that, and he sits there. Apotham, what are you doing? Pat sits there and looks really meditative and closes his
I
eyes.
mimic Pat.
And it's been 10 minutes, and he hasn't moved. Okay.
I
yeah, you
I
mimic Pat.
totally mimic Pat.
Okay. Yeah, more time passes. It's been 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Make a, I don't know, strength save.
You mean a will
How
save?
often do you sit up straight, perfect posture?
Oh God! So I have to make a
Make a
fortitude
strength
save?
I guess fortitude works too, yeah.
God.
Okay, so yeah, you're pretty good. You sit there for Pat meditates for like an hour, and you're able to keep the meditation pose for an hour. But yeah, after an hour, Pat has no real revelation. Pat, you can roll again. An hour has passed.
Wait, wouldn't it be athletics? Anyway, never mind.
Yeah, sure. Another hour is passing. Pat, make another wisdom, and Afonso, make another fort or reflex. Sure.
Or you mean athletics, or
Now you're tired, so now it probably is fort.
okay?
It probably should have been the other one. Yes.
I fall over.
Okay, so Pat, in his meditative state, has been focusing on the darkness, focusing on the light, focusing on the muscles. He's tensing all his muscles, and he's trying to focus and think about his god. And yeah, Pat, you put on the headband, right, before you went to meditate?
Yep.
Yeah, and as you meditate, the headband feels heavy on your head, but you keep meditating, and after an hour and a half, right, you eventually feel like you have an epiphany, and you don't sense anything evil in this headband. You sense that this headband is moldable, and that it gives you power, and the power comes at a price. And that power can be taken hostage, right? Whereas your own mind might not. But otherwise, there's nothing inherently evil about this headband. It just seems to have this drawback. And yeah, you come out of meditation, and Apotham is sitting there cross-legged, and right when you come out of meditation, he his muscles give out, and he just crumples to the floor. He's like, "My back!"
Sounds about right.
All right. I think I got all my answers here.
Yeah,
That's
so yeah,
cool.
the headband has nothing really inherently bad about it.
Let's see.
You might, be able to fix it or something. You might go see an artisan or an enchanter, or at least remove the penalty.
Let me see.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of it for your encounter here at your jungle gym. And yeah, in the meantime, Big J's like, I'm going to the job board. Who's with me? Right? Like, Big J, you want to rephrase that? I don't think I talked anybody into it.
Yo, who the fuck wants to come with me and make some damn money?
Money? Money where? Where's money? I need money. Money's good.
Exactly.
I want money.
Yeah, but you went with Pat for an hour and a half.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We can just warp to like, yeah, this is an alternate reality. And
I start looking around. I'm like, I'm bored. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I walk
guys
up
met
and
up.
leave and go to find everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty
Just
much.
say you guys met up again, and
Mhm.
Big J's like, let's go to the job board.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just because Alex is, just because Apotham's going that way, I'm pretty much just gonna be his little guide.
Okay, so yeah, you go into the market district, which as you enter kind of north of the thing, you're walking up this way. And yeah, the J is surprisingly the job board. And yeah, you can see it's kind of a big wooden board, some soft wood like cork, and people just come up with a nail and a piece of paper and they scroll something on it. People come up and take them. There's a lot of things on this board that are, not the greatest. Like there's, it's like, I'm old. I need somebody to come sweep my front lawn, sweep my porch, or like trim the bushes. And like you pretty much ignore all those wimpier ones that aren't really worthy of you. But likewise, there's a bunch on here that are like, Red Dragon needs slaying. And you're like, there's no fucking way. Like you guys know already. Like there's no way. But there are a couple that catch your eyes. And one of them reads as follows. It says, Artist Guilds in need of Chikarni eggshells. 1,000 gold reward if enough shells are provided. Chikarni's last seen in woods east of town. Beware of dangerous monsters. Contact Lynn at the Artist Guild for more information.
What was his name? Lynn?
Lynn, yeah, Lynn. It's a girl. So yeah, it's a quest to get bird eggs for money for the artists. Chikarni is a weird type of bird you heard of before, but you never seen one. It's kind of like a dodo bird. I don't know what they look like. And then yeah, there's another one that says Sahagin attacks. Looking for adventurers to help eliminate marauding Sahagin. Ask for Slim at the Salty Mussel. The Salty Mussel is a bar in the docks. It's R on the map. It's a sailor bar. And it's a salty mussel. And the sign has like a arm with a mussel, on it. But they're talking about, but it's spelled mussel like the mollusk. Mussel.
Mm.
There's a mussel pun.
Did you say Slin? Slin?
Yep, Slim. Yep, at the...
Yep, Salty Mussel bar at the docks. Letter R.
Yes.
Got it. I put it, my notes say needs us to kill some shit. So that should work.
Sahagin?
I don't know.
Sahagins. Yeah, it's spelled weird. There's a UA in there.
I don't know what those
I
are.
don't know why.
Oh.
I don't really care. I'm ready to fight.
Oh.
He just wants to fight stuff. I mean, that's fine.
It's fish people, basically.
Yeah.
LDR. I like fish midgets usually.
So yeah, other than these two quests, there's nothing else on the board that catches your eyes.
Not even the Red Dragon quest?
I mean,
Red Dragon would probably be the best quest ever.
As you say that, a really cool looking knight in like bright golden armor with a shiny flaming sword walks up and like grabs the Red Dragon one.
Damn
and
it!
Walks off. It's like, kids,
Stab him. Go stab you. Stab him.
So
No.
tempted.
He's gone
So tempted.
like
Damn
a
it.
lightning bolt.
Oh well, it's
You
worth it.
would do that.
Worth a
you
shot.
would. I wanted to go hunt a dragon.
How can I get the list? Things in here. There's the temples. Yep. There's the serenade. There's a drunken abbot. Senate building. In the artisans ward, you can see that there's an enchanters guild, there's an artists guild, and there's a blacksmiths guild. In the trade ward where you're at, there's a job board, there's a magic item store, and there's a general store, and then there's also an equipment store. So this is where all the like shops are. In the south of town is the noble ward, and there's a couple places there. There's like a travel agency, and there's an imports exports kind of big warehouse. There's a high class inn, and then there's the salty mussel. And yeah, it's a pretty big city, so there's a ton of other buildings, but they're all just kind of, private residences or parks or apartments.
All right, you guys go do what you want. Me and Stabby should go check out this warehouse.
I agree. I'm gonna go check out the warehouse with Jay.
Yeah, like I'm just totally like the devil on your shoulder. Like Zozo's trying to be like keep you out of trouble. I'm like trying to get us in trouble. Let's steal
Sounds
some.
good to me.
Let's
Let's
steal.
go.
Let's steal some shit.
Yes.
What?
Yes. You won't have to tell me twice.
No, I'm following both of you fucks to keep you out of trouble. No point in trying to fight here.
I'm not there, so
Right. So we're all going to the warehouse. I guess you could do Cody's turn. With his weird ass shit.
Okay, that happened. Let me take a quick note. So you guys did the job board, and you saw the jobs, and you wrote them down, and then yeah, SB, you wanted to go to the art district.
yep.
Commission art.
Yeah, 2 art pieces actually. And I have examples. One is an example, and the other one is what I want to use. They're not dirty or anything, I promise.
So SBY his own damn self, because nobody wants in on his freaky shit.
That's right.
Yeah,
he
pretty
goes
much.
to the art ward.
I grow huge.
Yeah, in the artisans ward, the artist guild is probably where you're going, which is this H. And yeah, you walk up around here. You can see that there's a lot of statues. Like around here, this place is pretty meager, kind of houses and some open warehouse kind of things. That there's a bunch of art going on. So people painting on the streets, people carving wood. People. And then as you get closer in here, you start seeing statues just lining the road, and they're all crated up, boxed up like they're ready to be shipped somewhere. But there's just statues all over, and most of the shops around here seem to specialize in statues.
All right, I go looking for anybody who is selling.
Yeah, so you find a human guy. He's got green hair and copper eyes. He's in a kind of warehouse. He's wearing really nice clothes. His name, yeah, you come up and he says, he's chiseling away at a big block. And he says, how can I help you? What's your name, sir?
Hi, my name is Talis. Love your work,
Talis,
brother.
I'm Sage. Nice to meet you.
Nice to wonderful work you're doing here, by the way. Now, I have a question, and I understand this wouldn't be done in a short period of time. I would like to see about commissioning a small statue. And then also afterwards, if whatever the outcome may be, but afterwards also I would like to inquire about if you know anybody who is an an artist, a painter.
Of course, we have many painters. And yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to take commissions and statues. Like you said, it takes time. I have already a few commissions lined up, but for a price, you could jump to the front of the line. It all depends. So I'm willing to work with you.
I'm looking for a well, for the statue. I just want something, probably no more than like say a foot tall. It's a piece of myself essentially, and what I want is a nude statue of me with my arms straight up, like I am a holy being. Like, come hither.
The artist agrees to your vague description, your too descriptive description. And yeah, he knows what you're talking about. And he tells you that for 500 gold, he can make that statue, but it'll take 2 months.
2 months. For a foot tall statue.
Yeah, foot tall. It's pretty big. It's pretty intricate work too. It's you can't stand there with a mallet. You have to hunch over.
And 2 months might be a little bit too long of a time period, unfortunately. What about an artist? You know of anybody? Or do you
Of
do
course.
art?
Of course. No, I don't paint here, but the painters are just across the road. I can introduce you to my friend, Mary.
Alright, that would be most gracious.
And yeah, he shows you across the kind of hallway. And across the hall, there's a place. It's another shop, but obviously art. There's pictures of pineapples and stuff, and ghosts and pirate boats painted beautifully. And yeah, inside he shows you a lady. Her name is Mary. He introduces you to her. Her name is Mary. She's a female half elf. She's kind of overweight, got green eyes, and she's got a bunch of tools in her belt and like paintbrushes and stuff. And she understands. Like she says, "What do you want?" She pretty much gets your description of, I guess, the same thing, right?
Yes. But also, pull it up. Also, I want to inquire about a painting of this, and I'm going to send it to you now, Bear.
Oh God, you better not. This better not be a dick.
It's not.
Oh, okay. You want a pitch? A portrait, eh?
Yes.
Of course. Is the subject available?
I believe he is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can just stop by sometime and we can do it. I'm pretty open right now. I could do it for 200 gold.
That would be wonderful. And how long would that take?
You just gotta come by and I'll get a sketch you, and then I'll need another couple days after that.
All right. And then the one about me, could I?
Same thing. Yeah, I can get the 2 sketches on the same day. 400 for both.
That would be wonderful. And I give her the, what'd you say, 200? 400?
Yeah, 400 gold.
All right. Hand her the 400 gold. And I will let her know that the other one will be available tomorrow, but I can do my pose whenever.
Okay, yeah, just stop by.
Alrighty.
Okay, so
And then
what? Oh, that's wrong.
I was gonna say, I guess then I would just, because I have no clue where they are, and to be quite honest, I actually wasn't fully paying attention because I was looking for that picture. But
Okay.
I'm just gonna go wandering south towards the docks. and because there was something about a kind of shady inn there that was more for sleazy people. If I remember correctly.
Yes, you remember correctly. And over here. Oh no! Over here is an inn that you didn't see before. It is in the Nobles Ward, and it is kind of shady inn.
All right.
It's
Wonderful.
called the Dark Crab.
The Dark Crab. Wonderful.
Yeah, they got beds.
Yeah, I go on in. I go to the keep, and I just look at them like, "Hi there. I've just a weary traveler with plenty of corn in his purse, and I'm looking for companionship for the night. Do y'all have that?"
Oh, you gotta talk to Mo.
Mo?
Mo's not here though. But yeah. Get a room. When I see Mo, I'll send him up, and he'll tell you about it.
Is Mo part of the service?
No, Mo's how do you say manager?
Ah. Yes, and also I will be requiring some room service when
We don't got room service here now. Clean up
I
your
will.
own mess.
I will.
Here's your towel. That'll be 15 gold.
That's not the kind of room service I mean. I mean food, drink, good sir.
Oh, we got some food down here. Yeah, we don't bring it to your room though.
I will pay you to bring.
I mean, okay.
Just tell me the price, and I'll work out.
We got mushrooms. We got blue cheese.
Do you have fruit?
Stout.
Fruit and alcohol.
We got boiled eggs. Does that count?
God. All right then. I guess I will be getting a room.
I think we got some apples. Hard apples.
That'll work. Some apples.
How many apples?
Let's just do 20.
Whole sack of apples coming right up.
All right. That'll be for later though, not right now. But I will go ahead and pay for it. And for a room for the night.
16 gold. That'll be 16 gold. 17 will bring you extra cup of ale.
All right, bring plenty of ale. And I will hand him 20 gold because I don't want to do the math.
Sounds good. So yeah, the rest of you guys, we're doing job lordy stuff, I think.
Yeah, but
yeah, the day is getting late, and you also need to find a place to stay. I mean, you heard earlier, probably like SP did. I think you all heard about the CDN. So yeah, you heard about it too. But you guys can choose to go to the E, which is the other inn. This one, which is no alcohol. And Ches is upset about it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Sure.
So pretty much your inn.
I mean, I've got my own booze. I'm good.
Yeah, they won't stop you drinking. Like, I don't think you can drink in the common area, but you could probably drink in your room.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, they got rooms too. Their rooms are like 25 gold a night though, because they're right on the main road. So it's more fancy.
All right, I'm in.
Drunken Abbot. I presume everybody else is also going to bed.
Oh, I gotta wait for Mo anyways.
Yeah, well, you're waiting for Mo.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm sleeping.
Potham, you're going to sleep too,
Yep.
right? And Pat too?
Yep.
Because I gotta figure out how much more money I'm taking away.
All you guys are 25G for the drunken abbot. And yeah, they got bread, they got water, cheese. No way.
I think I got the better deal.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. Yeah, gonna call it there.
But I
Um,
want my
it's a good-
mistress of the
It's a
night.
good natural spot. Yeah, Mistress of Night can happen either in DMs or at the beginning of the next one. Alright, guys, what the fuck?
Hmm?
I don't want to DM SB getting banged.
You're not gonna DM me getting banged. You're just gonna present Mo, tell me a price, and then I'm gonna black screen.
Get some temporary HP.
Yeah, I gotta roll a fatigue.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
you settle down in the cozy inns, and SB's bed's a little itchier than everyone else's, but you sit on the bed waiting, and
It's a lot
everybody else
cheaper.
is in the nicer beds that are all folded with white sheets.
And I got alcohol.
And yeah, the sounds of the city kind of keeps you guys up, but everybody kind of passes out, and SB, waiting for his friend, passes out too. And Fate to Black, see you next week. Tune in next time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which quest will they choose? Will more quests show up on the job board? Who
God, I hope
knows?
so.
Will Ches actually come to a session?
Who will
And stay?
train? Who will train and be the toughest dwarf in the box arena?
What the fuck? I'm the tougher. Not dwarf.